think Sheffield United just confirmed this morning they've managed to do the Ollie McBurney deal. You know, Aston Villa, we can all see the amount of money and players they're signing. We all know about Norwich's way and the way it has to be, and you're very happy to go down that path. But does it underline how difficult this task is going to be when you see the two clubs you came up with really spending a lot of money in the window?
Yes, definitely, because we have also to be realistic. So the teams who were already allowed to play in the top flight, they have better opportunities in financial terms. Also, already, they are prepared because they are used to play in the Premier League, and we don't have to speak just about the top six. Also, more or less the other clubs, and the teams who are promoted with us. When you realize how much money they can spend in order to bring some individual quality in. When I speak about Villa, I think they've already spent nearly £140 million, I think, and also Sheffield was there with some really decent transfers. You have to say, okay, probably with our opportunities at the moment, with our financial opportunities, if you're really realistic, we are probably the top favorite for position 20 in the league. So that's quite realistic because we're not naive. So it's more like when you're able to spend money to bring individual quality in, so you have a bigger guarantee that you are successful. That's quite normal. But our situation is our situation. We have to handle it our way, and we have to work with our tools and with our strengths. And I think the board and Stuart have made it clear. So we still have to pay for some sins in the past, and it was no other option. We had to invest in our training ground. We had to invest in the academy in order to make sure that this club will be run also in a positive way in a few years, and not just for this 1 year in the Premier League. And it was no other choice for us to do like this. And we are perhaps, like I said, with the promotion a bit ahead of schedule, because we, in a few years, hopefully we won't have to pay for the sins in the past. But it is at the moment a bit the problem. And but we know that, like I said before, so we are probably the favorite on position 20, but it doesn't mean that we will raise a white flag. So I made it clear several times. We broke also on last season so many rules, and we'll try to break all the other rules also during this preseason. We know that, and we can judge in a realistic way. We can't take it as given that we are unbelievably successful on Premier League level, and it will be an unbelievably tough task. And we know this, so we have to be at our best, and also need a bit luck in terms of injuries and something like this, that everything works. But that's why we work so hard each and every day to be competitive, although we are perhaps not competitive in financial terms, but we want to be competitive on the pitch.
As you say, that is the position, but you do still have 5, 6 days left. Do you think you might do one or two bits more business if you can?
No, I don't think so, because of course we will stay awake, and we'll stay awake if there's a different option, but we don't need more bodies. So I'm totally happy with the size of our group. Of course, a really top quality player would help without any doubt, and that's for sure. But if you're really honest, a player with real quality, it starts with several £1 million, and we can't do this. So that's quite normal. The board, Stuart, have made it clear. So it's no chance for us to do this, and for that you have to accept. So it's not my intention to bring just anybody in or whatever. I would bring a player who helps us to step up, or to bring us on a different level with the quality that makes sense. But these players are costing, I don't know. It starts perhaps with £10 million or something. We can't do transfer in the size. It makes no sense for us just to bring another body in, because we can afford it from the financial point of view, because the size of the group is good. And for that, I don't expect any other business. But we will stay awake if there is perhaps anyhow out of a lucky situation the possibility to bring a real quality player in. We will do this, but I don't expect this in this crazy market at the moment.
Just one more for me on the transfers. There was a fresh report that you might have gone back to Sheffield Wednesday and had a look at Rhodes, Jordan Rhodes. Anything in that?
In general, I made it clear that I like Jordan Rhodes that much. He was really quite an important player for us. Also, he didn't play each and every minute, or was not already immediately involved in each and every minute on the pitch. But he's a top class player with a top class attitude, but I also totally respect the the contract situation. He's a player of Sheffield Wednesday, and that's quite normal. And I wouldn't expect Sheffield Wednesday to speak about one of our players. And for that, I don't want to speak too much about the situation. So you all know that we all like Jordan Rhodes, and we are pretty thankful that he was able to help us in last season. But I totally respect that there's a contract situation. He's under contract, and he's a really good player. And for that, I totally respect. That's not my job to speak about this topic.